I wasn't going to say this, and I don't even know if I should, but this is my second video after my bath. Okay, what are we jumping on to next? Um, I just wrote some stuff down, and I wanted to say it just to get it out of my head because sometimes I just want to come here, get it out of my head, and get on to something else so I don't spend 10 minutes. And one of the things I was thinking was love is the people watching your back. Love is an accumulation and a connection that reconnects to you. It's like the third eye. So you get that vision, okay, of three eyes, one here, and then the one here, which is the one of intuition, or you can say it's the people watching your back, or your better half, your wife, or your kids. They all have two eyes, but they only add one eye to the back of who you are, to the back of anything that's going through your mind. And one of the things that reminded me of three eyes were the three arms, okay, or the 3 points of either the pentagram, the Mercedes sign, or the Magen David. And to where I come with that is this picture over here. This, okay, is the one line and two, three lines. This, okay, is the Mercedes-Benz sign. So I put your two eyes here and the one eye behind your back, and I started to think. We now have 120 degrees between each eye. Does that mean we have the 20/20 vision? Okay, 20/20 vision has to do with partly your intuition. Otherwise, it shouldn't be 20/20 and something is missing. It should probably be 30/30. 1 plus 2 equals 3. You got your 30/30. That's the way it works. We shrink things. Then we'll add the 0 to it and we'll still end up with 3. We'll end up with 33, 333. Anyways, the other part I wanted to get to with this is you have that arrow, the flash. I don't, makes another design. I don't know what it is. Okay. And the other thing I came with it, okay, is I'm going to go back to the bottom. And I wrote something in my last video. Lourdre means heavy. It can also mean the Lord. Okay. Lord Andrea. London fog. Now what you do here, okay, is you take the pentagram here and we double it up. By just making the pentagram, it's a V inside a V. Over itself makes a V over a V, and man lives right in here. Thus, if you open this up and put it down here next to this, it'll end up looking like a W on top and a W on the bottom, or flip it over the M. So man lives his life in here. Now V is the 22nd letter times 2 is 44. That's the word for space. And the same thing for the bottom, totaling 88. We are now in the 88th period. In fact, if I get myself right, there's 85 more days to July 4th, and I'm on the countdown. So now what happens is we take one V out here, and some of the V's sometimes are created with these little handlebars over here. So what I did is I passed around the U, okay? It has to pass to the other world and hang on top. And to reconnect to this world, there's a bar. Don't forget the cross of Christ. So the connect actually creates the omega. This is the alpha, because what happens is when the straight lines pass, hold on, I'm going to try and, when the straight lines pass, this is what happens to it. And if you want to understand how I know this happens to it, the reason that happens to it is because in order for the 4 and the 3, the opposite, to connect on your dice, it has to make that motion on your telephone. So if it makes that motion, it's got to be connected to a motion that was before that motion happens and to what comes after that motion happens. And so we'd end up with basically that. Now, if you take a look at it, it's starting to turn into a little animal. It's got 2 ends to it. Okay, and this makes your alpha omega. The last thing I want to mention is, really and truthfully, like I've said in previous videos, okay, it's from A to L. Okay, that's why M in love, okay, is so extravagant, because M is actually the omega. It's the 13th, but it's the omega in this world, but not in the other world. It's the beta world of the one spirit and the 3 creation connecting, Okay, don't worry, I'm not losing myself. Okay, that actually connect. But in the alphabet, the first and 13th letter and the last 14th letter and the 26th letter are 13 and 13. But what's funny about the second half of the alphabet is when you start at N, 14, 1 and 4 makes a 5. So we're actually starting the second part of the alphabet at the 5. And we're ending it at the 8. 8 and 5, have you heard that before? 85 miles an hour, man 5, the heaven of 8. I can continue on. But the first part of the alphabet starts at 1 and ends at 13, which is 4. So one starts at 1 and ends at 4, totaling 5. The other starts at 5, finishing at 8, totaling 13, which is 4. And the two sides end up at 4 and 4. And it means for space and space. This is all you need, my friends. 2 of these and 2 dots, and it's all over. You got 55 freedom, and God is connected to the spirit as well as the angel. The beta world connects both ends of that to who you are back, to the angel world, and you got all your colors and your wiring. We'll turn on the high dose switch, and boom, Dr. Mario is in the house. So what we're going to get to last is instead of A to L with an arrow, which is a flèche in French, which means your skin, it's A to L in words, which it takes a toll on you, does it not? To take a toll, or A to L. Between A and L, which means everything but A and L. Los Angeles, Abba, L. Father, she. Abba, ba can also mean lower. It can also mean a sock. So all these have connections to within this. Now I'm going to surprise you all because that's it, that's all. I'm done in a short 7 minutes and 18 seconds. Is that good, 7:18? Why did I say 7:18? I have no idea. It's 11:33 on the clock, and it is my reversal birthday because I'm born October 4th, and we are reaching Raphael 7286.